Sign here.
Thank you.
I just need to read the terms and conditions.
Okay.
You agree that your use of this service is at your own risk.
You are supplied as is and may not be refunded or exchanged.
Okay.
Your body or vessel is licensed to you for the duration of its lifespan, but remained ultimately property of the Living Vessel Incorporated (brackets LVI).
LVI does not guarantee, represent, or warrant that the use of your vessel will be free from error, loss, corruption, attack, viruses, interferences, or other intrusion, and it's indemnified from any liability relating hereto.
Okay.
Living Vessels Incorporated further indemnifies itself from any direct, indirect, incidental, punitive, special, or consequential damages arising to others from your use of its service.
Okay.
LVI retains the right to all images.
Ideas and experiences invented or acquired by you in its use of its service.
For promotional purposes on our own networks.
Including potentially, but not limited to your first steps, your first words, your first day at school,
Your first kiss.
Your first funeral.
your first broken arm,
Your first broken heart.
Your first class degree.
and your first degree burns. Okay?
Your battery life is limited and will begin to deplete from the moment you begin.
No guarantees are undertaken regarding the lifespan of your battery.
Battery life varies between models, consult literature, art, music, philosophy, or the medical profession for more information.
Okay.
This is you, the essence of you in its purest state.
You begin in a cell, then grow like mould in the womb of a lady for who your whole life you will alternately worship and revel.
You'll be squeezed from her body, your head compressed, as in a clown. Why am I so laughing? A trauma neither of you will allow the other to forget.
You will stare with glassy eyes, grab at things, you will express your instant disappointments which you will expect instantly to be resolved.
You'll have a birthday every year.
Some people will die before you.
You'll build memories, assets, a personal narrative, things you consider achievements, things you consider regrets.
You may eventually adopt, or at least emulate my role.
Finally, you will find out the answer to one of the only true mysteries of the human experience.
Which is?
What death feels like.
Oh.
Any questions?
I do, I think.
Go on.
All those things you mentioned, they sound like they're going to happen whether I want them to or not.
I think that's largely correct.
So what can I actually do?
You mean, what can you choose to do that's different to what everyone else is doing?
I suppose so.
Pretty much whatever you like, within the boundaries of the natural laws of the universe, and to a lesser extent the laws, customs and freedoms of the state you're in.
I'm just... Can you give me some specifics?
You can dance.
Dance?
You can repair damage to other people's vessels.
Repair? I'm still not...
You can pour tubs of ice cold water over yourself if that's what you really want to do.
Ice cold? But why would people spend their days doing all manner of strange things?
They sit in darkened rooms for hours, staring at images that will surprise you. You are still an empty page.
They inflict suffering instead of picking fruit.
They poison themselves sometimes just with thoughts.
They do things that will shorten their lives, yet all while bemoan their lack of time.
They use their life to plan their demise.
They attempt the ultimate futile action to steal the battery life of another vessel, or if they can't steal it, to corrupt and so shorten it, so that theirs seems better by comparison.
Some people will try and drink from your glass, some to fill it.
Approach both with caution.
And please note that you cannot convince yourself of anything,
There's a lot to think about.
You'll forget it all in a moment.
but at some level you'll always know it.
So, are you ready?
Wait, there's something.
Yes.
About the battery life.
Ah.
Does it say how long mine is?
No.
Can you tell me?
Of course, most people don't want to know, but I'm happy to tell you.
Maybe I'm different to most people. Most people think that it's not always a good thing being different or thinking it. Being smart.
So your battery life.
Well, what?
What?
Are you sure you want to know?
Is it really short?
Suppose it was shorter than average.
If I told you, you'd go through life desperate to make more count.
You'd always say yes. You'd be fearless, in a way knowing nothing could hurt you until the point when everything did.
Where others dawdled and slumped, you'd be upright and striving.
But you'd there'd never be a later, a next time, a second. It sounds great.
It sounds physically exhausting and emotionally draining. I think I could handle it, knowing the truth. I think maybe it's better to know than just stumble in on ignorance.
Ah,
But suppose your battery life turns out to not be so short.
Suppose it turns out to be unusually long.
where would you find the motivation, knowing there will always be time to try again?
Knowing that everyone you ever loved will die before you.
Your reward for longevity is the greatest suffering imaginable, witnessing the slow decay of everyone else.
Or suppose your battery life is merely average. Whatever average happens to be for you, era, state, and social millennium.
How will you feel going through life trapped inside a vessel that you have come to realise so early on is nothing more than mediocre?
How could you dance?
How could you repair other vessels?
How could you soar?
I see. But if you want to know, I will tell you. It's up to you.
It's up to me.
It's your decision. It has to be. Okay.
Okay?
Okay, right.
Well, your battery life is...
No! Don't tell me. Sorry. I don't want to know. Sorry.
Fine. It's a shame, actually.
Oh.
That's not my line.
Yeah, it
It is.
But there's a useful lesson here. You always have the right to change your mind. Or,
Oh, okay.
so am I going again?
I
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
Eve. Oh, okay, well maybe. No, I definitely don't want to know. That's Eve.
Where was that? I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe No, I definitely don't want to know.
So it turns out, under scrutiny, that you are like most people.
Oh,
For many, that realisation comes with something of a relief.
so what now?
If you accept these terms and conditions, please sign here.
If you do not accept these terms and conditions, please do not sign here, and please do not use this service.
Okay, I accept.
Right here.
Thank you.
Is that it? Does it start now?
It's already started. Several minutes have elapsed, in fact.
It's begun with your first signature. This one.
Oh, I didn't realise. I've just wasted the first part of my life.
Time takes some getting used to.
What did I miss?
Not much, just your conception.
Oh.
But that would have been one way or another. Everyone seems to miss it.
Oh.
The awful thing is when people decide to not sign the second line to reject our terms.
Then we have to conclude something that's already begun.
That always seems to cause a lot of heartache.
Oh. So where do I go?
In here, you get to float around in a while in the warmth with food and drink brought to you.
Enjoy it.
Once it's over, you'll mainly only do this for 2 or 3 weeks in a year.
It was nice to meet you.
We don't often get people so young.
What? What does that mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just that when you're here, you present yourself as if you will be at the exact point in time at which you consider yourself most entirely you.
Maybe the point at which you are your happiest or strongest or most fulfilled.
It's always interesting to see.
That's all. Enjoy your vessel, and thank you for using LPI.
Wait, no, you still haven't told me. I still don't get it. I mean, what do I actually do? What am I trying to achieve? What is the objectives? How do I know if I've... Right, there's a few lines that we've